All right, welcome back to Kyle's High Definition Cinematic Corner, coming at you with another high definition cinematic guitar tutorial today for Alex G's Gnaw. We won't be this high definition forever, so enjoy it now. I didn't do the last part the exact number of times or whatever, but it's the right idea. There's two sections of the song basically, and there's a rhythm guitar and a lead guitar for each that I'll show you. Okay, so first part. First chord, this is like an A minor 9. First finger on the 10th fret of the D, third finger on the 12th fret of the G, pinky on the 12th fret of the B. And you're gonna not strum the low E string, but strum everything else. And the sort of strumming pattern is kind of this like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and something like that. So you sort of start with like a down strum that's sort of mostly on the low strings, and then another down strum that maybe is with everything, and then it's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, something like that. That's your first chord. Second chord, keep the pinky where it is, move the third finger from the 12th fret on the G to the 12th fret on the D, and move the first finger from the 10th fret on the D to the 10th fret on the A. And then this one you strum everything. This is like some kind of E minor 7 kind of thing. Now this chord is incredibly hard to reach for, so I don't know what to offer you as an alternative, but I'll just show you what it actually is. So you keep the third and fourth fingers where they are, and then your first finger goes all the way, stretches to the 8th fret on the low E string. And it can kind of mute the A string, it probably will naturally. So that's like a crazy stretch. See if it's easy for you. You could always just like, you could pick up the third finger. That's a little easier, that sounds about the same, but that is the chord. So first finger on the 8th fret of the low E, third finger on the 12th fret of the D, pinky on the 12th fret of the B. And then this, which is another stretch. This one doesn't feel quite as bad to me, but it's also a stretch. First finger on the 3rd fret of the low E, second finger on the 5th fret of the A, pinky on the 7th fret of the D. That's the 4 chords of the first part. Oh, and then after it does that, so it does that 4 times, and then after the 4th time, you just go down here. So take this, and just move everything down 2 frets. So now my first finger is on the 1st fret of the low E, my second finger is on the 3rd fret of the A, and my pinky's on the 5th fret of the D. And it just holds that for like a long time. That first part. There's a little lead guitar part, which then gets its own like moment in the sun. I was all over the place with the way I was fingering it, which is probably fine. You could do it all with one finger. You could do it with multiple fingers. It's 5, 3, 5, 8, 5, 8, 10, 8, 10, 12, 10, 12, 15, 12, 8. There will be a tab available on my Patreon if you want that written down. Or you could write it down yourself. So you could go like, sometimes you can hear the slides. Not on every one. So you can do it all with one finger. You could do it like 3, 1, 1, 3, 1. I might like fingering it that way, sort of with like a alternating between my first and third. So it's like my third finger is sort of always playing the higher note and then sliding. This is all in the B string, by the way. I think I said the fret numbers, but not the string. It's the B string. 5, 3, 5, 8, 5, 8, 10, 8, 10, 12, 10, 12, 15, 12, 8 on the B string. Okay, part 2. The second part of the song, I'll show you the chords first. So the first chord is a G, which you could play regular G if you want, or whatever. I kind of heard this G This is like if you're playing like a G as a bar chord, but don't do the whole bar. Leave the B string and the E string open. So first finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, second finger on the 4th fret of the G string, third finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and pinky on the 5th fret of the D string. Then E minor, regular old E minor. Then, again, this is like a B, it might be like a B something, but what I hear is this chord. It's like a B power chord, but with the open strings too. So like first finger on the 2nd fret of the A, third finger on the 4th fret of the D, pinky on the 4th fret of the G. Don't play the low E string, but you can play the B and a little bit of the E if you want. Then just move that shape up one more fret. So now my first finger's on the 3rd fret of the A, my third finger's on the 5th fret of the D, and my pinky's on the 5th fret of the G. Those are the 4 chords of that part. G, E minor like that. B, it's like a power chord with the open, and like a C power chord with the opens. Okay, lead part. Okay, so I'm picking this way so that I can play the E string and the B string at once. And I'm doing 12, 10, 12, 10, 7 on the high E string. Because it's 12 and then that's a 10 to 12 hammer on. You can also play like an open G before you play it like this. And now play the 7th fret on the A. 7, 5, 7, 5, 3, pull off to open. Again with the open G, so you can do this first. That's making me do some goofy fingerings, but that's the idea. 7 on the A and then 7 on the high E. 5, 7, 5, 3, pull off to open. And then 7 on the low E. 7, 5, 7, 5, 3, pull off to open. Same thing, but now you started with this is a B, the 7th fret on the low E. And then an 8th fret on the low E. 7, 5, 7, 10, 7. Again, this whole time I'm doing these lead parts, picking backwards so that I can get the top 2 strings. Does that make sense? Hopefully, and there's a tab available on the Patreon, and I hope that all made sense, and let me know if you have any questions or comments or requests, and thank you so much for watching.